Today we got another Ask Citizens of Jomalia, and today we have Marcella Silva here, and she has a question for us. She says, forget about COVID right now. Are you guys proud of how much you've accomplished so far in life? Once all of you has hit 60, do you think you have reached your goals, or do you feel like you have an infinite amount of things you want to do? Stay safe.
I definitely feel like I have an infinite amount of things I want to do. Like one of them is still making the movie with everyone here.
I want to drink more water.
That's a good one.
True.
But I do feel like I'm pretty proud of what I've done, because I think I've already surpassed what I've ever thought I was gonna be able to do.
What do you think was your max? Like,
like when we first started JK, and I wanted to go the whole pre-med route, and then I realized I really enjoyed content and making. I really enjoyed comedy and making content with Joe. We were brainstorming like what jobs could we do that were more on the like traditional tip, so we can do the comedy on the side. And we're talking about being like a nurse or being like a police officer or whatever. So in my mind at that time, being like early to mid 20s, I was already cemented having like a 50 to 60K job, and then working like 3x12 or 4x10, and then just doing comedy with Joe.
So for you, hitting that and more monetarily is what you felt like you surpassed?
Yeah, and then like I never thought I thought we might have like one small little office where me and Joe just face each other. And then we work, you know?
We have this small little office right here.
Yeah, but like being able to have an office and to have even like, we built like all these channels and have JK Party. And JK Party, like, even though it's ran JK style and it's crazy, it's actually a legit soundstage. You know, it's like soundproof. There's fucking trust systems. It's just everything, because things weren't officialized the Hollywood way. It still felt like a ragtag group, but it's a legit soundstage that we built in the middle of downtown LA, and it's just crazy when we think back about all the stuff that we did. I'm like, damn, that's way past what I would have envisioned.
Do you feel like everything else is just bonus points?
Yeah, everything from this point on is bonus. So like, even though I have a huge want to make a movie, if I never do, I'm like, that's cool too, because it's already way past what I want, but I do really, really want to still.
Fuck that, we'll make a movie.
Yeah. Or make 10 movies.
Exactly.
I don't know if I feel accomplished and satisfied. I do agree though, like I surpassed more than I thought was possible.
Yeah.
Cause my goal was like, I just want a fucking Dodge Challenger.
All right, I remember that.
Give me a Dodge Challenger.
It's a great car.
And a fucking 2-bedroom apartment, and I'm set.
I remember the day when, so me and Joe always talked about our dream cars, and it was like, I wanted a Corvette, he wanted a Dodge Challenger. And then I remember the day that I think we were like talking to Greg, who's our financial advisor, and then taxes are around the corner, and he was like, hey guys, you guys need to like spend some money to deduct these taxes. And then Joe was like, so you mean we can get a Dodge Challenger? and then I remember him going, you need something a little bit more expensive. And he was like, fuck the Dodge Challenger. And I remember we were like,
My dreams went like, fuck that.
we were doing college shows, and then I think that whole night we were just watching YouTube videos and just watching like these like Motor Trend like race videos of sports cars. We just kept linking them to each other.
Yeah, it was like top-notch cars. But it's crazy that once you surpass something, the thing that you thought you wanted so bad, it doesn't hit you anymore. And that's where I agree. Like, people are like, oh, the material things, it just makes you happy for that second and it goes away.
Yeah.
But to be even get there, I think that's an accomplishment, because most people really can't. Like, you just dream about it, right? So you don't know what that feels, but to be able to go there, get there, and then experience it, and then really say, yeah, I know what it means. Like, you buy something and then it's temporary happiness, and then you don't really care about it anymore. It's like, oh, it's really true.
But were you thinking the whole time, I think I can do this, or were you just doing it?
I was just doing it.
Exactly. And then you look back and you go, wow, I did all this shit. That's true. That's what people don't understand about all this shit.
I didn't even know if I had confidence. I don't even know what confidence was. I think we're just doing it every day.
I was like, I hope one day I'll get this car.
I was just doing all this shit, and that's how I got to where. And then one day I turned around and I was like, oh shit, I did all that. It's crazy. I've been in rooms with billionaires. I've talked to fuck tons of people, famous people, all this stuff. I've been in writing rooms with household names, and I thought that they didn't have very good bits. So because I didn't think they were trying that hard, because I think that they got comfortable. And so it's like, damn, dude, like, I don't think anyone's that great, because I think that everyone just is kind of doing shit, and then they look back at their accomplishments and like, wow, I fucking crushed it a little bit, huh? I guess.
I think there's a difference between identifying with accomplishments and what fulfills you. You know how they say like there's a difference between fulfillment and achievement, right? And I think a lot of people focus on the achievement part of things, and then they think that that's gonna bring them the happiness. But in reality, that never does. But it's just a way to get somewhere. So people that haven't achieved much, I think they still have this mentality of like, oh, when is it where you look back and you're satisfied? And I think for me, I'm never satisfied in that sense, because I'm gonna find new things to want to accomplish. But then do I have fulfillment? I could die right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on how you define success. Is it one singular thing, or is it one general idea that applies to a lot of things?
Everyone has their own definition of success, because it could just be like, I get to spend a lot of time with my family, and that makes me successful. I have a house. I'm successful.
I work, and then on the weekends, I fucking have a blast, and I love it. I've talked to people like that.
Or you get to commit war crimes and get away with them.
They're like, yes, I stole all the oil of this country.
Didn't go to jail. Success.
Success. Yes, it's that success kid meme.
I steered economies in certain ways while buying stock in certain ways. I left the office, and I'm richer than fuck.
I'm bailing out the United States while I get some for me and my company. Success.
What about you guys? Do you guys feel like, are you satisfied, or are you guys separate? Are you guys on the same page?
I don't know where you're at, but for me personally, I like what you were saying. I definitely do not feel like I've accomplished anything, actually, but I do feel very fulfilled. Like, I'm very happy with my life, and I do get those moments of like what Steve was saying, where I do kind of like look back and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot for me. Like, I have been like feeling very satisfied and content with the life that I have had all along, even though there's like struggles or whatever and like hard times, but then in those hard times I really appreciate, because it makes me really love the good times, which it all makes me feel like I have a happy, good life. Like, I have no complaints.
You have no complaints? Can Casey attest to that?
Well, I think we're gonna be opening up a Pandora's box here.
Listen, that one I want to keep close.
Oh, okay.
But no, I'm kidding. But no, even everything. Like, honestly, everything. Because we still obviously have our freaking problems, but in the end, it's always good, because then we get to learn more about each other, and then we grow, and we're growing together. It's not like it's tearing us apart, you know?
I have like that big dream, like that big goal of wanting to make a movie and being like you know, like, this is the ego speaking, like being a figure in the film industry and all that kind of stuff. But I always kind of look at it like it's like these days, I look at it as like a target to hit, and along the way though, of getting to that target, you have a lot of these little doors that open up along the side, and then I really enjoy those doors that come up along the way, and open the doors. I'm like, oh snap, I met my best friends. Oh cool, and then we created companies and stuff with them, and we made skits and stuff. And I opened this door. Oh shit, I met my wife, and then I opened this door. I bought a house, and and it's like, oh shit, I have a life now, and it's so much more fulfilling. So I think, for me, like, success is not so much like achieving the thing that you want most at the top of the mountain, but more or less, enjoying the things that come along the way. Yeah.
I didn't even know I'd be a writer when I was a kid. How about that? I had no fucking idea. Talking about stumbling into things along the way, I had no fucking clue. I
fucking hated English.
More attention in English. I would have.
I wanted to be a pirate. Right. Till 5th grade. 5th grade, dude, I wanted to be a pirate.
I believe it.
They thought I was crazy.
Yeah, well, I even just thought, I was like, I just want to do comedy, so I didn't know that writing was even a part of that. I was just like, you're just doing yucks
You
and
just
shit.
want to be funny.
You have no
whatever,
idea.
yeah.
Right. So then you find all this other stuff on the way. And there was no YouTube back then, so it's just like, all this shit got created later, and then you just find it.
You know what though? Like, for me, all along, I've been feeling like conflicted because of like, I guess the societal pressures or whatever, that you must have a passion, and I don't feel like I've ever really felt a passion for anything particular, like, and I just stumbled into this, like, this is my career, like, this is what I do to make money, and it's just like, I don't know, the fact that I never really found that thing that it's like, this is my passion.
Don't you like
this is
small
my
things?
goal. It's not a passion.
Like, what if it's this big?
It's very short-lived. That like, ooh, that's it. Oh. So it's not really a passion, you know?
Yeah, I think some people obsess over certain things and just get deep and want to do something, and other people are like, they kind of vacation through ideas or whatever. Yeah, I don't think you have to, because
that's
when
why,
you're
like, I've
when
been
you're feeling
more
that,
okay with not having it. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm fine. That's what I'm saying. Like I end up like realizing like, oh shit, wait, I've been so fixated on the fact that I don't have a passion. Like, am I failing as a person because I don't have this great achievement or whatever? But then I realized like, no, I've been pretty happy and content and fulfilled with my life. Like, I'm fine. Like,
And you might find it when you least expect it too. It's like some people open bed and breakfast when they're 50 and they love it, or whatever. You don't know when you're gonna find your thing.
doing it because you feel that you're a loser if you don't. You're doing it for other people still. Passions
Right.
never happen because it's for other people. It's usually because you're obsessed with something because you're in love with it.
Who would have thought that Joe Rogan would be the biggest name in the world? Like when he was on news radio and
Oh, when he's doing Fear Factor?
I remember him from Fear Factor.
who the fuck would have thought that? Not even he would tell you.
The number one podcaster. Like
Yeah.
it's like a new industry where you kind of have to invent your own format.
He's the Johnny Carson of now, where if you're on his show, you're a household name. So it's like, that's that kind of a phenomenon. Nobody could have guessed that shit.
and he stumbled.
Yeah, and even he said, because he started over 10 years ago, and even he said when he was doing it, there was like barely any views. It wasn't like, okay, this is my path to like conquering the world. He was just, I was just doing it because I just wanted to record. I have a bunch of really cool friends, and I just want to have conversations with them and share it. And then it just blew up into this huge thing, and
He was passionate about
And it was years of just shit views for a long time with really shitty quality like recording or whatever. Yeah. And that's the dedication part. Is I think people don't realize is that like for JK News, like we did this for several years before it started picking up. Yeah. And we just did it because we enjoyed it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we don't look at it as like, okay, in 5 years we got to get here, and then this. It's so robotic.